Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to have a look at a video by a speaker that asserts he can defeat an atheist in 2 minutes. He starts off by saying he was invited by a university atheist group to debate the point that God doesn't exist. I'm going to skip that part and get right into his description of the debate.
They said, yeah, the president of the atheistic club, he will stand up and he will share for 15 minutes on how there is no God, and then we're going to give you 10 minutes to prove to us that there is a God.
Rather strange that they would give the atheist 15 minutes for their opening statement and you only 10.
I said, bro, I don't need 10, I only need 2 minutes.
Wow, this guy must have a killer argument.
He said, come on down. So I went down, I won't tell you which university it was, but I drove to Cambridge, and when I got to Cambridge, I go into this lecture hall, right? And there's, I don't know, 1,800, 1,000 students there.
Did you say 1,000 or 800,000 students?
And there's, I don't know, 1,800, 1,000 students there.
Okay, let's be charitable and say you just misspoke. Please go on.
And the lead atheist, he gets up and he's preaching. And he's spitting and he's frothing at the mouth and he's eloquent, he's brilliant.
He's eloquent and brilliant while frothing at the mouth? That doesn't make any sense.
How can any rational person believe that there is a God? You got to be stupid to believe that there is a God. And all these sorts of things, all the things that you've heard.
Yeah, you know, all the stupid stereotypes we usually associate with those damn dirty atheists.
And then they said, and now we're going to get Glenn Barrett, he's going to come up and tell us why there is a God. Have you ever read the verse, led like a lamb to the slaughter?
Are you the lamb?
So I get up on stage and there's boos and hisses and all these sorts of things, and I come up the front and I just said to the guy, I said, listen, you spoke so eloquently. I said, come and join me on stage. So he came and joined me at the podium at the front there, and I said, you believe there is no God? He said, there is no God. You cannot be a rational person and believe there is a God.
Lots of rational people believe in God. Most people do believe in a God, but that doesn't mean they act rationally 100% of the time. No one acts rationally all of the time.
I said, okay, help me out with this. I want to show you something. And I drew a circle on a whiteboard like this. I said, this circle represents knowledge. Everything that could ever be known about any subject fits in there. All the sciences, all the arts. You're an intelligent man. You study at this university. How much do you know of everything that could possibly be known? So he took a pen and he drew that and he went, I reckon I know this much.
I don't believe you. If that circle really represents all knowledge, the guy coloring in that much of the circle would have to be delusional or completely full of himself. Anyhow, I feel as though you're closing in on your atheist slang conclusion, so please go on, I'll just wait over here.
I said, wow, you're intelligent. He said, yeah, I am. I said, that's brilliant. I said, so that's what you do know? He said, yes. I said, and that's what you don't know? He said, yes. But this does exist, you just haven't discovered it yet. Yes. Therefore, could God not exist in a dimension that you haven't yet discovered?
Yes, but you're the one claiming that God exists, so please provide evidence that your specific deity exists. I could use that argument to prove anything exists, including unicorns, fairies, elves, and dragons. Just draw a circle and point to how much we don't know, and then assert that whatever I say exists does indeed exist. I mean, fuck me.
Answer? Yes. Therefore, sir, I would suggest you're not an atheist, you're an agnostic.
No, he's an atheist and likely to have heard your God of the Gaps bullshit before. The burden of proof still rests on your shoulders. Try again. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching and cheers.